Burn it. Hello boys and girls, I'm Vince, also known as Peasant Curry on the internet. I'm here to talk to you about the new EDH rules changes. Profit of Kruphix has been banned, and for a good fucking reason. The card is obnoxious and just terrible to play against. I used to play it myself in EDH simply because if you don't play it, you normally fall behind the person who is playing it. So good fucking riddance to that card. However, I don't really know what I should be doing with my copies of this. I had like quite a few copies because I thought, you know, in time after the set's been gone a couple of years, it'd be worth a bit of money. So I guess in the cold winters of England, I can just burn them. Nothing better for it. It's just, oh, good riddance. It's bad rubbish. Oh. I thought burning this would be a lot easier. It was just a quick idea for a joke for a video, but I'm really struggling. I'll get some matches. So I couldn't find any matches, so I'm still. There we go. For those of you that don't understand why this card is bad for the format, you probably haven't played with it or against it. Just give it a go before you settle in with the banning in your playgroup, and you'll see how obnoxious the card is. I mean, it's problematic in the sense that it allows you to untap in everyone's turns and have flash creatures, so you have inherent protection in the card itself. So the comparison that the rules committee made was Consecrated Sphinx. We have to dump 6 mana into it and then protect it with spells. This, you dump 5 mana into it at most, and you can just protect it with counter spells and restoration angels and all sorts of dumb stuff. The card is really just horrible to play against. Everyone clones and steals it, and games revolve around it, so I'm glad it's gone. The next rule change is the Mulligan rule. In an attempt to streamline EDH, they have removed all additional Commander exclusive Mulligan rules. So previously we had the Paris Mulligan. They've now said to adopt the Vancouver. The Vancouver, if you aren't aware, is the when you have a starting hand of less than 7 from Mulligans, you scry 1 to help out with that. I'm a big fan of the Partial Paris. It allows you to select some gas and keep that in hand, and then find some other cards to play alongside that gas, and actually play a game of Magic. Remember, EDH is a casual format, so if you're playing with people that you trust and an established play group, then you could probably discuss about maybe perhaps changing the rules yourselves. You can have your own ban list. You can keep the Paris Mulligan in place if you wanted to. Just remember that you probably need to stick to the rules if you are sitting down at a table with some other players at your local games that you've never met before, or at a venue, look on the side event of a GP, that sort of stuff. But yeah, if you like the Paris Mulligan, there's nothing really stopping you from playing it, as it's not a competitive format. And the final change in this rules update is that you can now produce mana outside of the colour identity of your commander. Previously, if a source that you control would produce mana outside of your colour identity, so for example if you're playing an Esper commander who's blue, white and black, and you tried to make red mana off of a stolen mountain or a darkstone ingot, that mana would change to colourless as it entered your colour pool, and therefore you could not activate abilities that were red, like for example if you stole a Bosch Iron Golem or something similar. However, they have changed that now. Primarily this is because that rule allowed a loophole where colourless matters cards from the new Oath of the Gatewatch set, creatures that can be cast with colourless mana or activate abilities that can be activated with colourless mana, could be activated off of just making the wrong colour of mana with your Darkstone Ingot. So you make a red, it becomes colourless, and you can cast these cards. So it means that people can't just abuse the that sort of loophole to play these cards. That's some thought into playing the colourless matters cards that have been made in the latest set. The byproduct of this that I quite like is that stealing other people's cards and their permanents in their, such as like their mountains and their creatures and things, is now kind of more fun because you can actually activate abilities. So you can activate the abilities in a Tassago when you steal it when you're playing like a mono red deck and that sort of thing. It also makes one of my favourite commanders, Send Triplets, a lot better in the sense that you can actually play their lands and make coloured mana off of them and then play their coloured spells. Previously, with the old rules and how the mana worked, Send Triplets didn't really click with myself or newer players and how it would actually work in Commander. It's very frustrating to have to explain to people about how Send Triplets worked because of the silly coloured to colourless mana rule. So those are the changes to EDH. Personally, I think they're actually really good, constructive changes to make EDH a better format. If only they would just ban Vorinclex, that fucking bastard, and somehow make the games last less than 5 hours and not have friends argue and not have people some chocolate and a mini fillet to not kill them and give them just one more turn to get the fucking combos off, then perhaps I'll enjoy the format a little bit more like I used to. I've been Vince, also known as Pleasant Kenobi. Click the subscribe button for more Magic videos and other sort of nerdy shit. And yeah, watch my videos, it's great and I think it's fantastic. Goodbye.